Okay, I'm thinking something different, I think. All right, never mind.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Do my thing?
Yeah.
We in. I did my thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Chris and Kyle Show. This is our earlier than usual in the month poll episode. Because of the lining up of theatrical releases, we pushed this up a little earlier. But this is our Halloween classic Disney poll, and we had a tight race. A 1-vote win.
1 vote, really? That's how close it was.
A 1-vote victory. The Twitter votes put it over the top. Hocus Pocus beat out Halloween Town.
Man, so the Facebook was going after Halloween Town, huh?
Yeah. So vote on both platforms out there if you really want your movie represented. But yeah, the one you wanted to win won.
I'm really glad that Hocus Pocus won.
So you have watched several Disney /Disney Channel Halloween movies in the build-up over the past couple weeks.
Yeah,
because it's like a Halloween tradition for Kate, and she just moved in, so you guys have been watching them.
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of Halloween Town, Twitches, and Hocus Pocus,
and their sequels.
So in order, if I had to put them like objectively, quality of the Disney Channel movies, I would put Twitches at the bottom.
Okay.
And then Halloween Town in the middle. And then at the very top,
way up,
fucking Hocus Pocus.
Oh, way up.
I'm so glad that it won.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so glad it won.
So I watched it last night. I've not seen it since I was a kid. It's really fucking good. I really had a good time watching it. It's really a fun movie.
Yeah, like, and when we say like it's really fucking good, it's really good. It's really fucking good for what it is.
Right? Yes. Well, the point I was going to make is like, even the stuff that's really bad is bad in a fun way. It's like a nostalgic and fun bad, and it's because this movie was made in 1993, the year I was born. You know, the year after you were born. Yeah. And like, there's just such 90s awfulness going on, but it's hysterical. Like in the beginning of the movie, the whole setting up of the main character of Max is bad, but it's funny. Like him being bullied in the graveyard by the dude, this is Ice. Like those guys, they're fucking awful, but it's funny.
I told you my name was Ice.
I told you he's got ice in his hair. He literally got his hair cut to say Ice. It's so dumb. And they steal his sneakers after he doesn't give them cigarettes. It's weird and dumb.
Yeah.
And then he goes home and he's in a bad mood. And he's about to fucking jerk off in his bed. Like it's not subtle at all. He grabs a pillow and he's like, Vanessa, where the fuck her name is.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you're so. He says, "You're so soft."
Oh yeah.
And then his little sister, comes out of the closet and scares him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'm a moody teenager." He starts playing drums. He just starts playing the drums.
The younger sister is a young Thora Birch, correct? Do you know who Thora Birch is? American Beauty. I think she was also.
So she's also had a career because I knew the girl who played Allison, the
Vanessa Shaw.
Yes, also has had a career.
I had the biggest crush on her when I was younger.
Yes,
I had the biggest crush on her when I was younger.
Because of this movie.
Yeah, I think largely because of Hocus Pocus. I was also like a big fan of 40 Days, 40 Nights.
Okay.
Josh Hartnett, I think, was in that movie.
Hartnett. Yeah,
Josh Hartnett. And it also had fucking
like when I turned this on, I immediately recognized her. I was like, oh, she's like an actual actress.
And I think she was also in The Hills Have Eyes, but I didn't.
You're talking about
I just saw.
You're talking about Vanessa Shaw still.
Vanessa Shaw.
She was in 3:10 to Yuma, Eyes Wide Shut, The Hills Have Eyes.
Yep.
A lot of horror stuff.
The Hills Have Eyes Wide Shut.
Thora Birch is who you're talking about.
Now, let's talk about the actual fucking stars of fucking Hocus Pocus, though.
The witches.
The witches are those bitches.
Led by the just selling out Bette Midler. Going hard.
I think all of them have a really fucking good chemistry with each other.
Oh, they're amazing together.
All three of them
they're fantastic. They're all very distinct. They have they stay in their lane.
Yeah.
They play Sarah Jessica Parker and Kathy Najimy. Najimy? I don't really know.
Yeah.
There's only one M, so I'm going to guess it's Najimy.
Sure.
Because Jimmy has 2 M's. Najimy.
All right, however you want it. Yeah.
Najimy. They're just super committed to their bit. Like Sarah Jessica Parker is like ditzy, and Kathy Najimy
ditzy, kind of slutty,
a little bit. She's trying to stroke. The scene with the bus driver What's that doing in a Disney movie?
It's crazy, right?
It's so weird.
There's a lot of fucking racy shit.
She's
in this movie.
making out with a dude at the Halloween party in the town hall.
Yeah.
She just starts making out with a dude.
Yeah. Like in like the first time
And
she sees a guy, she's like, boys.
Several times throughout the movie, she's like, boys,
Yeah.
boys. It's so weird. And then the other lady, like, she's got the weird mouth tick, and she can smell. She's got the sense of smell, and she does the little. It's fucking good. But Bette Midler is going crazy,
right?
Just like completely embracing the silliness of the movie.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fucking fun, and I think the witches are mostly because of that. And like,
I died when they fly on. They're like the brooms are gone, and then one grabs a mop and the other grabs a vacuum. I was like, that's such a fucking stupid and hilarious bit.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
It's a lot of fun. This is like everything that you really want with a fucking Disney Channel movie, right? And it's not like, I don't know what you think about this, but like, even for a fucking this came out at a time when like people were fucking around with CGI and even
the CG holds up. It's fine.
And the blockbuster movies that were coming out at the time were fucking around with CGI, and it ages bad. It ages really poorly.
It's fine.
When you
they don't try to do too much of it.
When you
so
watch
it works.
some like Pierce Brosnan fucking James Bond flicks, nowadays like a lot of those fucking CGI sequences look really bad. It doesn't hold up. Hocus Pocus, not that bad.
All they really used was like the lightning bolts out of her fingers.
And
the cat. Okay, so the fire on the candle. The flying looks like practical effects. But yeah, the cat. So okay, there's 2 name drops from cast names. Do you know who played fucking Billy Butcherson?
The kid, the physical kid.
No, the zombie.
The zombie. No.
Fucking Guillermo del Toro's straight homeboy, Doug Jones, a.k.a. the fish man who everyone wants to fuck, a.k.a. the dude in Hellboy, the fish guy in Hellboy. He plays like all of these monsters in Guillermo del Toro movies.
Oh, that's cool.
He's like Guillermo del Toro loves that guy.
Oh.
And he's like a very physical actor, so he gets all these weird roles. And you can see it just from the Billy Butcher. Like, he's doing physical comedy, like, as a zombie.
Did he play Abe Sapien?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The other one...
Is that the fish boy that you were referencing?
Well, fish boy from Hellboy and fish guy you want to have sex with from... Lady Has Sex with Fish movie. Shape of Water. Thank you.
He plays both fish boys.
Yes, he plays the fish boys.
Okay.
The other one... Okay. My dog. I have to... So this guy is a great voice actor. His name is James Marsden.
Yeah.
He's Max Goof.
Yeah.
He's fucking Bart Impulse on Young Justice.
My
My dude needs to keep his accent. Oh, young James Marsden. In and out of the accent. All movie. What are you up to, dog?
Yeah, it's strange.
It's like he gave up trying to do a British accent halfway through the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, wait a minute. It's like he auditioned and they're like, "Oh, you're a good voice actor." And then he showed up and they played the clip of the kid from the beginning of the movie that he's supposed to be playing.
Yeah, I guess I gotta.
And he was like,
do this.
"Oh, I'm supposed to do that? I guess I'll try." I just thought that was super funny how he just completely gives up on the accent.
I mean, and I think it would have made complete sense if like he completely lost his accent
he's
as well.
been growing up among civilization throughout all that
he's
time.
He's been listening to American accents for hundreds of years. Yeah, I think that he might have lost the American accent.
He's also a cat.
Also a cat.
Named Thackeray Binks. Thackeray. I thought the first time I heard it, they had a lisp, and his name was Zachary.
It's Thackeray.
His name is just Thackeray.
Yeah. Yeah, I was recently watching the Goofy movie, and I was like, what the fuck do I know this dude's this voice from? Like
James Marsden's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He's a huge voice actor. Anyway, I thought that those were some good deep cut dudes in the movie.
Yeah, but and so even for a lot of the practical effects, like, and I know this because I was fucking also watching Halloween Town and shit, that like even when they do practical effects, sometimes they can come off as super stagey and look kind of like it's like, you know how fake this is because of the practical effects. These like it's fake, obviously, because they're not flying around on brooms
and vacuums.
But it still looks fairly good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Lit well.
I actually like the way that I was like thinking about it as they have their scenes where they fly off. I liked the way that they would start floating and then stick the brooms underneath. Like it was like, now we can go. It's like interesting like way to do it. I was like, that's kind of weird. They don't do fucking up.
Yeah, man. Hocus Pocus is
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
it is a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
Like fucking, and I remember like as I was watching it, I've seen Hocus Pocus more than I've seen the other movies, so like it might nostalgia might be a huge factor here. But I also just think that like it's a better movie than the other ones as well. Like but yeah, like I was excited as I was watching the movie. I was like, oh man,
This movie wouldn't get put on Disney Channel today.
You don't think so?
No, dude. There's too many virgin jokes.
Yeah.
There's so many virgin jokes.
Yeah.
It's like constant. This poor kid is getting barraged with them.
Mm-hmm.
His sister is roasting him.
Yeah.
Everybody's roasting him all the time.
It's a little racy.
The fake cop roasts him. Weird bit, by the way. Just a random guy dressed as a cop for Halloween on a motorcycle. They try to tell him about the witches, and he pretends to be a cop. What a mean guy.
Could you get in trouble for impersonating a police officer?
Probably.
If you were dressed up as a cop on Halloween?
I feel like you get a little leeway on Halloween.
Like,
So I've seen the
you're-
movie.
if
I've
shit was
seen
too
the.
real?
We've both seen the movie. What is it called with Jake Johnson and one of the Wayans brothers? The we are cops, or
I didn't see that movie.
are you sure?
I didn't see that movie.
What the fuck is it called?
We're cops.
Is it? I think it is. It's just
Yeah,
we are cops.
I think it's just we're cops.
Anyway, it is illegal because they're like they get in trouble. As like
Well, yeah, I know impersonating a police officer, but like, do you have to like actually try and do something?
let's be cops.
Let's be cops.
I actually enjoyed that movie. It's fun.
We were wrong,
it's
but
not
it
great.
is
It's
equally
not great,
as dumb.
but it's fun. Damon Wayans Jr., Jake Johnson, very good chemistry on screen.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that New Girl blood.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think you would have. I think you would have to actually, if it were Halloween.
If it was,
I
there's a lot
think
of rhyming in this movie that's good.
there is in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, all the spells and shit with weird bad old English.
Uh huh.
You like that furnace scene where the kids murder 3 witches by burning them alive in a furnace? Also, their high school has a giant furnace.
Yeah. Fucking
Other reasons it wouldn't be on Disney Channel. They talk about smoking cigarettes. What the bullies are like, give me cigarettes, and then they steal this kid's shoes. There's a lot of virgin jokes. There's like pretty overt allusions to everyone knowing this kid wants to fuck the girl. There's more. Sarah Jessica Parker probably wouldn't be allowed on Disney Channel, just in general, in the way she's.
I really enjoyed her character.
Yeah, she's funny. She's
really
fun.
Funny. God damn it! I had another fucking line of train of thought, but that I fucking just lost it.
Is it about Bette Midler's dance music scene?
Let's just talk about that.
Hocus
then.
Pocus.
Let's just talk about that.
Song off.
Fucking how great is that scene?
Okay. I had no memory of that happening, and I was like shook when it started.
I put a spell on you thing?
Yeah, I was.
You know, dude. Every time I think of Hocus Pocus, I fucking think of. Every time I hear that song, I think of Hocus Pocus.
No, when I think of that song, I think of Casey Abrams' cover of it. But no, yeah, I had no memory of that happening, and it started happening, and I was like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen."
And it's
It's
also
insane.
kind of weird though, because you can tell that like Bette Midler's doing her thing, like that's straight up Bette Midler. But like when the other 2 witches, when Sarah Jessica Parker and the third witch,
Najimy.
who was playing Najimy, we can't
Najimy.
we can't even pronounce it.
Kathy,
the
homegirl Kathy.
Kathy. We don't want to disrespect Kathy because she also did a great job. But when they're both doing the background singing, you can tell that it's just like they're just lip syncing the entire time.
Yeah, but
like,
Sarah Jessica Parker actually sings later in the movie.
Yeah, true.
That's also creepy and weird.
But, like-
she sings a song to summon children. It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy and weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad this movie was made in 1993 because they could be just creepy enough to have these witches be like just scary enough to be taken seriously as a threat. You know what I mean? I feel like if this got made in 2019, the witches would just end up being good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd find some weird way to find another threat. They had to team up with the witches, and the witches learn another spell from a better book where they can take the energy from a bad guy to become young and beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
It just seems like what would happen to me.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's I put a spell on you. Unexpected, and I liked it. Also, just like the setup of the scene, like the in universe idea of it, the idea that the kid Max tries to tell everyone they exist, and they're so quick on their feet.
Yeah.
That like Bette Midler and they're just like, oh, we can turn this to our advantage.
Right.
It's so funny. Oh, that was the other one. Like
and everyone thinks
Madonna,
that
Madonna thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'd be in a Disney movie today.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Well, obviously a Madonna joke wouldn't be specifically,
right?
But that would go over.
But the fact that she's wearing like a pointy bra,
the big pointy bra thing and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be in a Disney movie anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The dad had a horrible vampire pun in that scene.
What was it?
I don't remember, but I was like, I'm
either.
sure Chris laughed at this. I don't remember it though. I'm sorry. What is the? This kind of went over my head. There's a line when they're trick or treating, and they see it's Allison's house, and the little sister, Danny, is like, they'll probably ask us to drink cider and eat apples, and they go inside, and she literally offers them cider. What is that? Is that a thing?
Oh, I don't remember.
Rich people giving you fucking apple juice?
I don't remember
What
that
is
line.
that?
Yeah, I'll remember that line. I did like the fucking bit of like them, like when the witches first show up on Halloween, right? And then they fucking meet the devil.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's so, and they keep calling him Master.
Yeah.
And he's like loving it. That dude is like fucking egging it up.
Yeah.
And his wife is not having it. It's so fucking weird and funny.
Yeah.
Ugh. What, like the flashback in the beginning, I forgot again, like it'd been so long since I was like, wait, this movie is not like a present placed movie. And I was like, what's going on in this weird
I've
flashback sequence?
I've probably seen this movie way more times than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, I remembered the general structure.
Did you like the cat's got my tongue joke as she's about to be hung?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fucking, this is what I was going to bring up.
There we go.
The salt thing that fucking Vanessa Shaw's character does.
Uh-huh.
Right? Allison is her name?
Yes.
When Allison, she takes out a bunch of Morton salt and fucking pours it around her in a circle to keep fucking
because they
witches away
find it
from
in the
her.
spell book that salt will stop their powers.
Now, there is a comic book that is the most fucked up comic book I've ever read in my entire life. It's called Crossed. It's written by the same guy, Garth Ennis. Or Garth Ennis. I don't know how the fuck you say it.
Ennis.
It's Ennis. But he wrote a big thing for Punisher as well.
Yeah.
Fucking really good writer. But writes a lot of fucked up shit. He also did Preacher.
Yep.
Right? He did a thing called Cross. Most fucked up thing that I've ever read. It's also fucking incredibly good. It's not just like just there for shock value. There's a scene in Crossed that has that thing where he like a character in the comic fucking pours salt in a circle around him in order to protect him from the contagion that exists within Crossed, and it fucking turns out way differently. And it's like one of the most disturbing things I've ever fucking seen in any kind of but every time, like now, this is the first time that I've watched Hocus Pocus since I've read Crossed.
Okay.
So like once I started thinking, I started thinking of that really fucking disturbing scene from that comic book, and I was like, oh my God, this like makes it a completely different experience for me now.
That's weird.
You should fucking read Crossed.
Yeah.
Too. I know Mike. I know Mikey has. Mikey's read it. I think I lent it to him after.
He probably read it and then was like, why do I live with Chris if he likes this?
No, he like, it was funny because like Mikey was like, it didn't bother me that much. Like, he was like, I know that it's fake, so it doesn't bother me.
Is that the one about? Give me the elevator pitch for Crossed.
The elevator pitch for Crossed is that there's a contagion going around the entire world, but instead of it just being normal zombies, it basically makes people the worst version of sentient beings that you could imagine. So they're raping, fucking pillaging, murderous.
They're purging out
bastards.
Yeah.
But it's even more disgusting than that. Like imagine beyond like even to the point where like their own pleasure and self gratification and violence and sexuality isn't even hindered by their own sense of survival.
Okay, so they'll sacrifice their safety and survival to do horrible shit.
And they'll like enjoy it, and they'll have like sexual gratification out of like getting like torn to pieces and shit like that. Imagine that kind of person. And there's like just millions of them across the entire world.
I don't like that.
And imagine how fucked up a comic can be.
That would be bad.
With that kind of thing.
That'd be rough life to live.
Oh yeah.
No, thank you. Not to reading it, to living it.
Oh yeah.
No, thank you to living it.
Oh yeah.
You're smiling too big. It's scaring me.
It's so good. It's so good. But back to Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. Which has no raping or pillaging or murdering.
I mean,
there's pillaging. There's actually pillaging. There literally is pillaging.
And there's attempted murder for sure. There's attempted.
Murder.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah,
okay, so this is a little bit more like Crossed than we thought.
It's just a prequel.
Oh God.
Not really.
Winnie sets a curse on humanity to put that curse on them before she died. Be brutal.
I don't really have much else.
No, it's just just fun. Like it's just fun. Yeah.
If you guys are looking for like fun family and you don't mind the raciness,
it's not actually very racy. It's just like
kind of racy.
It's just like this movie was made in the 90s.
It's weird.
It's just like this movie was made in the 90s. It's a little weird.
Yeah. There's like only 2 sex scenes, but
very graphic though.
Either like
the one between
13 minutes long.
The one between Bette Midler and the zombie, crazy.
Oh, did we mention that it's directed by Gaspar Noé?
It's actually directed by Kenny Ortega, who directed the High School Musical trilogy.
That was a. He directed fucking Irreversible.
Oh, okay. I was gonna guess
and Enter the Void.
Yeah.
And in a movie called Love. They're very.
I'm gonna guess the movie
Love.
I'm gonna guess the movie Love isn't very wholesome.
Sexualized, huh?
I'm gonna guess the movie Love isn't very wholesome.
I mean,
kind of.
It's not wholesome.
Okay.
There's
it's like half some.
Oh, it's not a family movie.
Is it like half some?
It's not a family movie. Unless you got a really interesting family.
Could you watch it with your dad?
Could I watch it with my dad? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, your dad will watch it.
My dad's a weirdo though.
All right. We're going to be back next week with Jojo Rabbit, which I am super excited about.
Yeah, same here.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And the week after that is The Lighthouse. And Zombieland 2 is out too this week. There's a lot of good movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be back with Jojo Rabbit next week. Hit us up on the social medias, chrismichaelstott.com. Read Chris's scripts. Chris Michaelstott on Instagram. I am Davinwell25 on Twitter and Instagram. The show, The Chris and Kyle Show on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on all the podcasting platforms. It's tcaks pod on Twitter. We won't have another pull-up for another couple weeks. We'll wait for November. That's the next month, right? Yeah, November.
Yep. You got it.
Are there Thanksgiving movies?
Hell yeah, dude. Thanksgiving. It's about the crazy turkey that attacks people.
Nope. I'm out.
What?
I got chased by a turkey in real life when I was young, and
Bruh, don't. It's directed by Stanley Kubrick.
You're lying. When I was young, my younger brother Blake had a petting zoo birthday party. So like a bunch of animals were at our house in our front yard, and there was like little chicks and bunnies and cute little animals and stuff. But there was one turkey, and it literally chased me, and I climbed a tree to escape it, and it like just stayed down there. And my dad, instead of like saving me, he just laughed at me because he thought it was so funny. Which in hindsight I get. I would laugh at me too, but right. I don't fuck with turkeys.
A lot of big birds I wouldn't fuck with, man.
That's true. Birds will mess you up.
Emus? Mm-mm. Ostriches? Nope.
Are emus still... Do they still exist?
Emus? Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're not extinct?
Mm-hmm. They're not extinct. I don't think. I'm taking zoology, so I pretty much know everything about animals.
All right, guys. That's going to be it from us. We out.
We out. Stay weird.